Imagine coming to a new country as a young child with no friends and starting a new school not speaking the language. Most of us would be terrified and would have a hard time making friends and fitting in. This was the reality for little Maria Lopez when she moved to this country in the early 1970s. But Maria did not let this hold her back, and her big personality made others gravitate towards her, and she soon found herself with many friends. Even as a small child, Maria showed a zest for life that brought a smile to everyone around her, and ultimately led to a wonderful and fulfilled life. Maria is my mother and was born in a small town in Guanajuato, Mexico. We have always been extremely close and spent most of our free time together, even as I grew into a young adult. I have so many great memories of her from childhood and spending summers with her traveling back to Mexico. My mother took me everywhere with her, and I want to show you a little glimpse of what made her such an amazing person. My mother was such a caring person. She taught me many things. She installed in me the importance of education, family, and self-love. Now let's take a look at what made Maria such a special and amazing person. My mother always focused on advancing her life through education. She had a goal of getting her PhD in psychology, and before her untimely death, she managed to get her master's degree and was excited for the next step. She achieved all this while raising me and working full-time. She encouraged me and all those around her to further their education and follow their dreams. She tutored her sister and helped her get her bachelor's degree from San Francisco State University and ultimately become a teacher. My aunt told me that she would have never graduated without the support and encouragement of my mother. She also encouraged my father to go into plumbing school and to study for his test to become a citizen. This ultimately led for him getting a job in the pipe fitters union and becoming very successful. My father said that my mother constantly quizzed him for his citizenship test and she never let him get discouraged. Even after they got divorced, she was always there to advise him financially, and they remained remarkably close even when times got tough. Not only did she have a passion for education, but she also saw the importance of having a close relationship with family members. She always took charge in organizing family vacations and making sure we had plenty of quality time together. My mother and grandfather had a passion for traveling, and they ensured that we tried new experiences as a family. They both signed up for a timeshare in Cancun so that we would have a place to go every summer before heading back to her hometown until the school year started again. Some of my fondest memories happened on those trips, and they really brought my mother and I closer together. My mother had a fun and adventurous spirit, and it took us on all kinds of fun adventures. During these trips, we swam with dolphins, visited the Mayan pyramids, visited animal sanctuaries, and we even swam in underground caverns. These memories keep her spirit alive today and inspire me to seek adventure, fun, and love. My grandfather said those were some of the best times of his life, and that my mother made him feel youthful and happy, even though at the time he was already in his 70s. Not only did she inspire my family to pursue education and remain close, but she also modeled self-acceptance and self-love. She used her knowledge of psychology to help us show us how important it was to be happy with ourselves. She understood how important mental health is and how that affects all aspects of life. She always took the time to talk with me and made sure there was support in every step of my life. She knew how important communication was and always made me feel comfortable talking with her. She always took my feelings into consideration before making any decisions. She understood the benefits of therapy and taught me that it was okay to ask for help. Even when she was dying of cancer in 2009, her main concern was for my well-being after she passed. She made me promise to get grief counseling and tried to move on with my life. She did not let this battle with cancer put out her light, and that has remained my greatest inspiration. Everything I do now is to make her proud, and I carry her memory with me everywhere I go. Now that you got to see a small glimpse into her life, we can see what made her so special. My mother passed away from liver cancer in 2009 after a year-long battle at the age of 43. Her passion for life and beautiful spirit left a lasting impression on everyone who met her. She encouraged everyone to follow their dreams and always look on the positive side of things. She passed her passion for education, family, and love, not only to myself, but now I pass that on to my children. Her life will never be forgotten, and her love will never go away. I sometimes get sad thinking about losing her, but then I remember all the amazing things that she taught me and the great memories we had together. My mother never got to meet my children, and I know it's my duty to make sure that they know their grandma and how much she would have loved them. Whenever I need to feel close to her, I write her a letter so that she knows I'm always thinking about her and will never forget her. So this is my mom.